Salam, hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Elsa here. So I just finished getting ready. Before I go to work, I decided to film this video. So today I'm gonna share with you the 5 things and restaurant that you must go if this is your first time here in Hong Kong. So let's get started. Alright, first thing first, this is like the classic, the number one thing that you should do if you come to Hong Kong for your first time is the peak. Depends on how many of you are in the trip. Like if there's only 2 of you, then I'll say just go hike. It's only 20 minutes hike from the central. If you have a baby and you want to hike, you can hike from the Saying Pun. That's gonna take like 2 hours, but it's very flat, so you can use a stroller if you want to. You can use the tram to go up. That's the classic, that's the most expensive one. Of course, I think you have to pay like $80 to go up, and then if you take a bus that from the central, you pay like I think like $15 at HKD from central to go up to the they have, again, wherever you are staying, you can just use your Google Maps to see what's the possible transportation for you to go up to the peak. I'll say that again, if you are young, there's only 2 of you, you are with your friends, just hike. It's such a very nice workout, like 20 minutes hike up. Or you can just mix and match, right? You can go up with the tram and then come down with the buses, or you can go up with the bus, come down with the tram, or you can use both tram, like up to you. But I'll share some of the videos how the peak looks like, and hopefully on the day that you go up, the weather is clear, you can see Hong Kong from the bird eye view. So the peak is number 1, you have to go. All right, the second one is a transportation. This is the ferry. I'll suggest you to stay on the Hong Kong island. That's where I stay most of the time. In terms of the food and the kind of stuff, like it's very easy access. Stay in the Hong Kong island, but it can be a little bit more expensive, so if you are on a budget, then you have to go to the Kowloon side. But either way, take the ferry star that is either from Wan Chai to Central, from Wan Chai to TST, which is like the Tsim Sha Tsui, or the Tsim Sha Tsui to the Central. So they have like 2 routes to go to the Hong Kong island. You can use either way. I'll say that to use it while it's almost sunset, you can get like the view of the sunset like in between those 2 islands. So yeah, do that, and it's only cheap. I think now it depends like which part you get on, like either Wan Chai or Central. It's gonna be either $3 or like $4, like Hong Kong dollars. So it's quite cheap, so do that. It's the Victoria Harbour. So if you take it from the Central to the TST, that you will go to the TST. That's the area of the Victoria Harbour. They have the clock, they have the Hollywood Star street. So like walk alongside the harbour after the sunset. That's a very pretty area. If you have time, you can wait for the light show. The light show is not, I mean, it's okay, right? It's such a okay light show. But if you don't have time and you want to do something, I'll say that it's okay to skip it. But if you have time and you are in the area, then I'll say like wait up. I think they start at 8 and only for like 15 or 20 minutes. So the light show is kind of like when you are on the Victoria Harbour side, you can see the lights coming out, the laser lights coming out from the building and stuff on the central side. So for the light show, you have to be on the TST, the Victoria Harbour side, not on the central side. And then that's where you can hear the music and all those kind of stuff. So that's gonna be like the light show. So the next one, I'll say that I'll put together these 2. This is a local food. This is the local restaurants, or like most of it is like Chinese restaurant. So the first one is the canteen, the Islamic canteen, which is like on the 5th floor of the mosque, the masjid. That is in Wan Chai. They have dim sum, they have like the typical Chinese food, and it's quite cheap, so you can go there for the dim sum. And the second one is the beef noodle. If you want to go to beef noodle, I'll say go to Wu Ji Jian beef noodle. Again, that is in Wan Chai, is nearby the most as well. So that's the beef noodle. It's kind of like a small place compared to the most, like the canteen is kind of like a big restaurant. It's not a restaurant, it's like a canteen because it's on the fifth floor. It's like a big space. So if you have like a big group of people go there. For this beef noodle is very small, so it's easier if you can just like buy it and then eat at home or eat at your Airbnb, the hotel, and kind of stuff. That's a very fast paced kind of like restaurant, so you just go there, eat, and go out. So you cannot relax, you cannot have a lot of people, it's kind of inconvenient. So but if you want to try it, and it's quite cheap, and they have like a lamb skewer. That is a good lamb skewer, you should try it. That. All right, and then the last place that you should go if you want to try a local food is the Islam Food 1950. This is on the Kowloon side. You have to make a journey to go there. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, not as cheap as these two, but it's not expensive, it's just a little bit more. They have a lot more choices on their menu. You have the dim sum, you have the bun, you have the skewer, you have like the soup, the noodle, all the stuff. They are big restaurants, so if you have like a big group of people, I say that you can go there. Yeah, that's one of it. I'll put like some of the photos, of course, while I'm talking about it. I went there a couple times. I don't really go there a lot of time because it's a little bit far from my place, because it's on the Kowloon side and I live on the central side. Of course, there's a direct bus, there's a train you can take, but sometimes I'm just too lazy. Yeah, so that's that. Last but not least, I'll say that to take the tram on the Hong Kong island. So we have a tram that go like from one end to another. So I'll say that take the tram, go somewhere from one side to another. If you are in Central, you can take from Central to Causeway Bay, from Causeway Bay to Kennedy Town. That's a little bit far to go to all the way to Kennedy Town. It's better to take a train. If I suggest for you to go to Kennedy Town is to watch a sunset from there. It's pretty. I'm a sunset chaser, so yeah. But if not, then you can just take between like the Admiralty to Wan Chai to Causeway Bay to Central. You know, just take the tram. If you want to experience the very first tram, take the one that has the number 120. That's the classic tram. But I don't know how can you search for it or like wait for it in the sense, because it's very random. In my opinion, it's quite random, like when or where are the 120 gonna go from one place to another. So yeah, I guess like if you're lucky, you see the 120, I'll say like take the 120. They have a number. I'll show like some photos, of course. They have a number that's showing 120. That's like the classic tram that you can go around. That's one thing that represent Hong Kong. Other than the other stuff is the tram. So yeah, so that's that. So that's the 5 things you should try, you should go, you should do on your first time here in Hong Kong. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.